Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights, cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Only Okyeame Kwame who will be allowed to repaint the Independence Square. Or yes, he's the only one in Ghana who will be allowed to repaint the Independence. Who are you? What have you done? What's your legacy? Can you touch the Independence Square? In fact, that is the square, right? And the arc is the other one. But I think we keep flipping it around and letting the square be the arc. And then, no, actually, for a minute, I thought the square was in reference to the square on the ground, as in ground square. But I was in reference to the I don't know, is it?
Yes.
The monument.
Yes.
That is a square, and then the arc
is the arc.
But some of us flip it around and think that the square is in reference to the floor plan of where the arc is. Yes, that's why we call it the square. But unless I'm wrong, because that's what I thought since childhood. But anyway, I'm happy that I didn't come in my BC because I would have failed. But even before we jump into the conversation this morning, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that every time we eat, food and sugars get trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay and in some cases foul breath, gum diseases. Now this is the part where it gets very a mouthful, but I'll take my time because AC is in the lead with fluoride, but it's actually fortified with fluoride.
Problem.
And microcalcium ingredients that seals tiny and invincible holes in your teeth and prevents cavities and keeps your teeth and your mouth strong and very, very healthy as well. Don't forget that Wakana is giving you a chance to also fly around the world and get some sizzling deals on airport, flight, hotels, transfers, and dreamy vacation escapes. Get ready, because today on their social platforms, you can win something cool from Wakana as well. Jump onto their platforms on the website is wakana.com.gh. Hurry, download the mobile app or visit any of their centers in Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, and Takrade as well. Telecel, they say, connecting energies. Well, you're about to have the world at your fingertips. How? Because with the wait is finally over, Telecel is actually here. And you have everything you want and need. Quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via their Telecel Cash, and then transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business. So get connected right now. Like they say with Telecel, there are no limits. Telecel, connecting energies. This morning, we are honored to have the rap doctor in the house, Okyeame Kwame. Second visit to us, right?
Yes,
Yeah. The first time he came, the boss he left us here with. We're having a conversation, and Siri, what did you say? You said we should ask Okyeame Kwame.
Me.
Oh yeah.
He was only said this. Only should ask
you asked the question.
I asked you a question. If you want to transfer your question, it's your personal problem.
It's not my question. It's yours.
Debbie.
What is it? Ask if it's dangerous, I'll run away.
It's dangerous.
You can ask off air.
Question.
It's about intimate positions. And then
it's too early. But it's a Friday morning.
I'm even surprised for Olele to be doing this up on this early. Olele, because this is like the fifth time he's doing this on this show.
For someone like you, who's whose marriage one of the very enviable industry marriages that people talk about, why haven't you written about her, a song with her? It's nobody mentioned Louisa for a very long time.
You know. For the past 15 years, most of the love songs that I've written are inspired by my wife.
It's on one album.
Yes. So, I'm telling you, most of, even Faithful. You know the story of Faithful, right?
The one with Betha?
Yes. So I was in Nigeria for the Ovation red carpet charity event with Dibanj and all of those people. And you know, when you go to Nigeria to perform, you are treated like royalty. Put in a nice Hilton hotel with a designated Lexus and a driver all the whole week that I'm there. You know, and even when I'm asleep, the driver is waiting.
In case you wake up.
In case I wake up. So the day before I'll come back to Ghana, the driver said, my guy, you've been treating me nice. You've been here for 4 days. You have not made any moves. You know, so we had been invited to, I think that was the weekend that Tubaba was opening his club in Lekki. So we had been invited to the club. So they say, oh, well, let's go and pick some girls. So he took me to a university. I've forgotten the name of them. Then these are not like Ashawo girls. They're beautiful students that go accompany me. Yeah, wanted to party. So in this big SUV, they took me to the school. And when the driver got down to go and bring the girls, then I sat down. At that time, my wife was at KNUST, reading her master's. And I'm thinking that is someone my age in a rented SUV about to pick my wife in KNUST? Yes, if that is happening right now, would I be happy? At that time, she wasn't my wife. We were just dating. If that is happening currently, will I be happy? Then I asked the driver to come. I said,
You do again.
I'm not even going to the club. Because the way my heart put. So on the way back to the hotel, that was when I'm thinking she is busy. Waiting for somebody. She's not easy. She won't give in to anybody. She's patiently waiting for me. So I got that. By the time we got, I got a paper from the car. So by the time I got to the hotel, the whole song was
I am Shishia writing.
Talk about getting songs. And yesterday, Richie gave you your flowers on a post he put on social media with the making of one of the songs. He says, you came to the studio and you just did 3 verses, bam, 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 and then
back to back.
And then he says, add your chorus and let's go. What was this song? What's so?
Yes.
So, do you write or?
Some of the songs back there. So when I dropped my kids before I came to. That's why I was a few minutes late.
Yeah.
So a song played. Ma fe ma de de de. So my son said that the rap is very nice. Did you write it? I said no. It was freestyle. I didn't write it. At that time, and so he asked me, Daddy, why don't you do it anymore? I said, I'm growing old.
The brain
problems of the brain.
You can't understand. It makes a lot of sense. You have to take time and then and script into it.
Even Tiny's song, ringtone, all those raps, I didn't write them.
Wow.
It was just like that.
Do you have an idea how many songs you have recorded that is out there? Not the ones even that are not out. Do you have an idea?
I was counting the features I had done about 10 years ago, and I counted 219 just features.
10 years ago.
That's 10 years ago. But so I stopped counting.
Olele was talking about how Okyeame Kwame does it. We're going to come to the new music, but how Okyeame Kwame does it to find a way to slither around to still maintain that relevance. Has there been any intentionality or strategy to it, or you think it's just grace?
I think that when I say this, people think I don't mean it, but I think it's God. That's the first factor, because I am who I am based on my environment, and the 2 key people in my environment shaping me to become this are my parents.
Okay,
this guy is my parents, and I didn't choose my parents. So if God chose the right parents to give me the right orientation to become what I am, everything that I am today, I must give thanks to God. Period. First. But beyond that, I think it's the building of relationships. Management of relationships. Because there are times where I've played shows that I didn't even have a hit. I didn't have a song on the market. People didn't want to see me. I have a great relationship with the CEO. Therefore, I'm playing the show. I mean, these are facts. That business will come your way because you have the right person in the room. Or I've become a brand ambassador for I've gotten a big deal because a person I have a great relationship is in the room. So relationship plays a role. And then allowing the art to pass through me. Like we just said, now because of school fees, children, advice, this, that, I just sent a text message to my wife that I need to apologize to my daughter. You can see. I said, I owe Santi an apology. I screamed at her when exactly. So just send a message. I need to apologize to my daughter because I was in a hurry. I went up there to scream at her. Say, "Young contem." So all these things are on my mind. So allowing the music, finding the right balance between work, family, the work and family balance, to know when to put the work aside and let the family pass through me, or when to put the family aside and let the work pass through me.
Please, are you on a diet?
Yes.
I'm asking this because you see, for
strict.
strict diet. When I get Reggie Rockstone to ask him the same question.
Reggie, we know Reggie's a vegan. I don't know about
Okyeame is also
vegan.
Reggie is vegan. I thought he was vegetarian.
Yes, but
Yes,
he's vegan.
he's vegan.
He's vegan,
I didn't
yeah.
know. That's why he's hacking the growth code.
I'm bringing it to a certain conversation. How strict is this? Which diet are you on? What do you take? What don't you take?
Keto.
Okay. Oh no. I
keto.
don't do keto. My keto is for the women. I don't do keto.
What's keto? Please.
The ketogenic diet is the one where you eat a lot of protein. You just focus maybe 90%, or you try to eat only protein.
Only protein.
So that, because you know the protein is the building blocks of the
Yeah.
of the muscle and things. And
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to be lean, you eat more protein, less carbs. This is all we
Oh, then
observe.
I'm back.
I'm sure that's what you have been doing.
I was January. I did it, and
But-
it was good. I'm going back to it.
But for me, yes,
Oh,
it's a
that
very
happens
healthy
to-
diet. But for me, I do a vegan diet, or I'm plant-based. Let me put it like that. Or I only eat plants. I don't eat any animal product.
Anything that has a mother
Like-
or a face.
Yes, like milk or dairy or chicken or fish or shrimps. I don't eat any of that. I just eat plants.
So wait, plant. So what? If so, you would take maybe yam
Kontomire.
Yes,
and
kontomire and agushi.
okay, but no fish in it.
No.
meat.
No,
Not
Wow.
even egg.
no.
Wow.
There's some vegetarians can eat. They have vegetarians, pescatarians. But the vegan or the plant-based diet is just plants. So I eat only plants.
Into shrimp coin pa.
Meshim kwanye de besram wo fie. Meshim kwanye de, meduane de. There's nothing. You won't even see the difference. Because the last time when you came home, did we eat?
We ate vegan food. It was
We
fine.
ate something.
Yeah,
How was it?
It was great. I am quiet. I am quiet because it's new to you people. We.
Yes.
I'm sure
I was
eating. You was
No. But you know what is interesting, especially in Africa.
Yeah.
Most of our foods are already plant-based.
Yeah.
So, for example, gari and
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah.
We cocoa, ayache. It's plant-based diet.
We started
You know-
adding fancy things.
Exactly.
Fish, egg, sausage.
You don't need to add another egg.
Yeah.
Because the gari plus the carbohydrates is already, it gives you all the 9 amino
Charlie.
acids. You know. So gari and beans, cocoa and katie,
Yeah.
ebru and
Do you encourage the rest of the family on this?
yes, but I don't force
You
them.
don't
So
force them.
my wife is sort of vegetarian. But my children are wolves.
You have to allow
And
them.
it's also because, at
He
their
said
age,
they are
they
wolves.
need, all of these.
No.
Carnivores.
No, that one it's a lie. You don't need any, because why do we eat meat? We eat meat because we need protein, right?
Yeah.
But if you have realized, you see that all the animals that we eat for their protein, they eat grass.
Yeah.
The
And
cow, the sheep, the ox, all of them eat grass. So, which means the protein is in the plant.
Please, I beg you, because of the wealth of knowledge you have, that's how come we will digress into science and all of that. We have to get all that before we leave.
Yes.
Please, I was bringing it to something. I beg you.
Yeah, but I wanted
Okay.
to ask him, beyond, health and fitness, what informed the decision to, go strictly vegan?
Vegan. At a point, I became empathetic towards the pain of the animal. I took some time. I went on YouTube. I went to see how livestock, how chicken, how they did the millions of animals they kill daily, apart from to eat.
Genocide.
Yes, apart from to eat, the ones that the eggs are hatched. These are females that they are going to use to create more eggs. The male, they just crush all of them and put them in gas chambers. Or the way they fertilize the cow, cows, so that we can eat its milk. excuse me. You know that you can get milk from the cow because it is pregnant or because it has given birth. And animals only mate during mating season. So how do you get an animal who is not on heat to become pregnant? They masturbate the male, take the sperm, and then through their hands, put their hands in the vagina, they rape this animal and fertilize her eggs so that she'll become pregnant, and they give them hormonal injections and things like that, so that we can have their milk. I beg you, which animal in the world still continues to take milk after they've developed their teeth? Human beings. We are the only animals that also want to drink another animal's milk intentionally. So once your mother's milk is good for you between 0 and maybe 3, but once you have developed your teeth,
you hand it back. You hand it back to the owner.
Exactly, which is the father.
You hand the milk developer back.
Exactly. So, so when I started paying attention to all this, I became very sad for the animals. I said, hey, I take this out of my diet, even though it tastes nice.
Yes.
It tastes really nice.
But you know, plants parents or plants, faithfuls also have the same argument that eating plants is like eating their kids. Or eating.
Whoever feels that way should go on an advocacy for the plants. This is not even an argument. I feel that animals have a nervous system.
Yeah.
And the bigger the nervous system, the more sensitive they are to pain. So, for example, a cow, a horse, an ox, an elephant. That's why if you do something against an elephant, 20 years later, it remembers.
And animals are empaths.
Exactly. Therefore, because they have a spine and a nervous system, they can feel pain. You step on your dog's leg and see the way to ow, 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 ow. But once a mango is ready for human beings to eat, even if you don't climb it, it will drop it for you to pick it up. So this argument that plants also feel pain, well, lie.
You are still a
It's not a smart counter.
After eating this healthy diet, with cereal, you did not use cereal as your brand ambassador for the boxes.
I thought you were going somewhere.
You did not use cereal.
I've gone somewhere else.
We can't use cereal for the boxes. We can't use cereal for the boxes.
It's for the everyday man.
Yes, but you are not part.
I'm not the everyday man.
You are not part.
The confidence with that photo that went viral is what I want to come to. I mean, in everything, in its entire, I want to understand your mindset in being so daring to put out that photo that has gone viral across the world.
Yes.
I mean, I want to understand how you feel about it.
We make decisions. I'm growing. When we are making decisions, we are either making a conscious social decision, a cultural decision, a business decision, a religious decision.
Yes.
I think these are the 5 main decisions that the things we contend with when we are choosing to do something daring.
Yeah.
So I decided to make a business decision. I knew that socially, or the socio-cultural implication of that photo is, Okyeame Kwame is my icon. Why is he semi-naked? But then again, I'd also put money in the product. So who else am I going to have who is as popular as I am? Who has the type of body I have to carry that comes? Who is willing to wear it and post it on social media? So I don't have to pay $200,000 to market my boxer shorts.
Yes.
It was me. Otherwise, I had to call SAC.
or Shatter.
Exactly, or Shatter.
So people are making a comparison on, I think I even posted something on there that, hey, when my brother put his up, the world came for him.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Even he posted a lot of, you joined the thing, he was teasing me a lot on Twitter. But I liked it. I thought he was just doing it to help the hype. He understands how these things work. So I honestly, I didn't feel any way about it. I don't see how male nipples. I mean, when you go to funerals, almost every male adult there is showing one nipple.
Yeah.
Nipple means nothing. It is the female nipple which has some worth, which is valuable. But the male nipple means nothing to me.
One kakran coming.
No, it actually isn't, because like Okyeame said, we see it. It's not a big deal.
The male nipple.
Once flesh is added to the nipple, the dot, then it becomes
nipple.
It becomes
and then it becomes a source of life.
Yeah.
Then it means something. But for males, well, I don't see any value.
Yeah. So there is valueless body parts. Valueless body parts. In fact, what is the male nipple used for? What does it do?
Morning show.
I'm just asking. What is this?
It's a morning show.
Just like we'll ask the questions you will ask after the show. We'll ask
What I know is used for
What
it,
did they
unless
say in
we
the
do
air?
it on the 10 p.m. show.
You will ask Chris on TV.
Maolele is quite convincing to me. So, Lily, over to you.
What?
On the
Okay.
nipple.
But back to
The male nipple, the benefits of the male nipple.
useless body part. We'll find out what it
for
does.
some people. though.
They say it's because we
But
all
let's
start out as
continue.
girls.
That is the recent pattern.
Yeah, that's the biological reason. We all start out as girls.
Okay, so then with that to the brand. Okay, so now celebrities, artists, when they try to get merch like that, and the business and how people receive, how has it been like with yours?
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Now, fortunately, we are even trying to enter into other markets.
Okay.
We are trying to enter the UK market, hopefully by the end of the year. We are also trying to, the boxer shorts is eco-friendly. The material that we source is, 90%, recyclable or, biodegradable. Okay. Now, we are trying to go 100%. The challenge is to get it to feel as great as it feels, even when it's 100%, modal. And that's the challenge. But once we are able to do that, then we'll be able to export to any part of the world, and all the billions or the millions of people around the world who are vegan, who are interested in lowering the suffering of animals, for us to make this.
If your man still stays relevant for the next 20 years, we don't understand. I thought about the future.
It projects.
Now our conversation will have it.
Now there are two big things that I want to put. Yesterday we had a serious argument in here about 2 days ago.
I want you to clap for me before we go on.
Why? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I will clap for you.
The reason why
I know I'm coming. Is it a
nipples is because we all start out as female. I'm a science student too.
You confirmed it.
That's
I confirmed it.
You
take a clap and clap. Let me see something. And clap it.
Alexia, thank you.
Oh,
Alexia.
Folios. Anytime.
We're talking about Cyril already raised a certain point about artist relevance and why some don't build their brand and is only focused on the music. So here you are, but you have diversified, into various things. Do you believe in that statement? That Sri, I don't know if you want to help me with what you were saying.
The statement is that it's more important to build your brand, your music brand, than spend all your resources on just marketing the songs.
What are we living off now? Are we living off Okyeame Kwame's music legacy, or we are living off the brand? The brand.
So for me, I was very fortunate enough that somewhere in the middle part of my career, about 15 years ago, my wife told me that I need to build my brand on 2 legs, both on functional and emotive. So at any point, one can drive the other. So that was when I started introducing the health advocacy, hepatitis, we did malaria. That was when we started introducing the concept of proper father. When we set up the Okyeame Kwame Foundation.
Social ambassador.
Exactly. Which we did a lot of free work. We did a lot of work with Ghana Health Services. We did a lot of free work. Now, and then on the other side is also the functional side, which I'm a musician. Therefore, I'm interested in publishing. I'm interested in performances. I'm interested in making viable music. So these are the 2 drivers of my brand. And I think that any brand that you are building, whether you are a politician, you are an artist, you are a celeb, you are a presenter, if you don't build it on these 2 fronts, competition can come for you anytime. Anytime a competition flanks your whatever it is that you are selling, you wouldn't know what to do. Then you have to be forced to fight back. And once you start fighting back, and immediately it will lower the potency of, because your primary energies, which is supposed to go into creating compelling content, is now going into doing PR to keep your name up there. So at every single point, diversification is very important. And even throughout the age, as your brand grows like mine, you need to find a way to reintroduce elements of that brand to a younger segmentation. That's why I intentionally brought my children in. That's why we did sourcing. That's why you see me with my, even though I love them a lot, there's a conscious effort to use them to onboard their classmates, to onboard people their age. That's why my wife is a part of it, to use her to onboard women. That's why, and even from the functional level, it also has other where, like writing a book, like writing education, even the bringing academia to. So the more elements you add to the music, and you do it intentionally with full force, the more constituencies that you affect positively, then the more relevant
So
you are.
which one has become your
Potent.
your potent? Yes.
Currently,
Yes, the
currently, I don't
music-
think currently it's not the music.
Okay.
Not at all. The whole year I've released 2 singles. Come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Including the new one, that's
Yeah.
making 2.
Yes.
Okay,
The
which
whole
we'll
year I've
discuss,
released two singles. No, I released even the other one in December.
December, yeah,
And
the one
then
with Paluta.
With Paluta in December
one
and
with
this one.
Kinata
Yes.
this year.
This year. You know, that is not a
Wow.
formidable building a formidable music brand.
Is it because you've been busy or you've been focused on the other side a bit more deliberately or just unintentionally?
You
Yes,
want to say
PR.
something?
Yeah, so his brand has actualized.
Hey,
When a brand does all the things that he does to a point, there's something called brand actualization, when you don't have to keep repeating who you are and why you have value. Okyeame Kwame now is an institution. His name alone has a ready audience. As to whether it's volunteerism,
every match we will play the one the Ghana song. No?
Made in Ghana.
Made in Ghana.
Made in Ghana.
whether it's
Yeah.
patriotic agenda,
Like Mariah Carey and Christmas.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what Okyeame Kwame is doing. The brand has actualized now and is the thing we consume is the brand.
Yeah.
He now decides that when you call me, am I coming to talk about my boxes? Am I coming to talk about music? Am I coming to talk about this? So you can have Okyeame Kwame on a talk show, and it's like buffet. And it's still a good show as compared to an artist who is just about my last single.
Yeah.
500% of his value is on that last single. So when we finish doing this, there's no interview. There's no interview for you again. You understand? So he has actualized. So your question,
I think the intention.
Mention boxes back
Even
one
talking
thing.
about even talking
That's
about
it.
brand actualization, right? You recently got your second master's
Yes,
with your
I did.
wife,
Yes,
right?
I did.
In alternative
Mama
dispute-
pressure crowd do.
in alternative dispute resolution,
Yes,
right?
ADR.
What informed that? I mean, you're a musician. You
Okay,
already said that
you.
there are different, there are different branches, right? And how easy or difficult was it? Because husband and wife, getting your second master's, you have family to also deal with. You
Yes.
have business to deal with. Everything in the fray of things. How did that play out?
Okay, so you know I took Ambule to court, right?
Yeah.
I took Ambule to court
Yeah.
for saying some
things about
things about me I that were untrue.
Yeah.
And I asked him to apologize. He won't apologize. He said he's an old man, so I'm a young man. I should just swallow it. But I thought it will affect my
Your brand.
my brand and positioning in the future. So I took him to court, and 3 years into the proceedings, the judge asked us to go to ADR. So when we went to ADR, 2 weeks were done, and
Alternative dispute
resolution.
yeah.
And they asked him to apologize, and he wrote a letter and apologized to me, apologized publicly, and then I used the PR to make it popular. So the man that did the mediation, the lawyer that did the mediation said that, oh, Okyeame, if you are interested in learning ADR, I'll give you a scholarship at IPLS for you to get a master's in ADR, because I like how you have dealt with your boss.
Please, how was the meeting? Was it tension,
Yeah.
difficult?
No, the mediation is a very beautiful process where they calm all of you down. They say this is not about right and wrong. This is a win-win. They
exist.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we went for 3 meetings. We're done with the whole case. So
Was
when
supposed to go into court.
to go to court, I
years.
had gone to court for 3 years, and it was not going anywhere.
And it got done in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, with mediation.
Sorry to just before we come to the I'm just imagining how it was. So afterwards, are you guys cool?
That is the purpose of ADR. You see, for example, if maybe knock on wood, a 50-year-old man rapes a 12-year-old girl, and the 12-year-old girl is angry, so they take the person to court and they give him 30 years imprisonment. They must still ADR can still bring this man and this young girl together and their families together for the man to apologize so that the young girl can move on. So that is the
closure.
To give them closure to so that is the whole motive of ADR.
Okay.
Is to decongest the courts and also to bring love into the society.
Okay.
And so it wasn't difficult.
So, Okyeame, are you saying, like, for
No,
example...
he was finishing up. Wait,
No, I'm
hold
coming.
on.
I'm still on what he's saying.
wait.
I want to just
He was
touch-
saying how the man actually convinced them to get it.
Oh no, we'll come back to that.
But thank you very much.
We know what we
because
are
I
doing.
wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
No, because of where it is.
we know
I'm
what we
just
are doing.
asking, so are you saying that, like, when you hear stories like somebody has been sentenced to 12 years in prison because he stole a chicken, and he stole this and he stole that. Like those reasonable sentences could be resolved through the vehicle of ADR.
The ADR cannot deal with 3 or maybe 4 key areas.
Okay.
The ADR cannot deal with crime.
Okay.
It cannot deal with your friends say treason, high treason.
Okay.
Something like rape, which is still crime.
Yeah.
ADR cannot, and the ADR can also not divorce a couple.
Okay.
You know, but if a couple wants to stay together, ADR can keep them together. But if they want to be divorced, then they must go to court.
Right.
So in these 3 areas, ADR. But apart from that, misdemeanors or you stole my cow, things like that. Things like that, ADR can sit down and quickly deal with it. Business misunderstandings, deal with groups, unions, and things like that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So please go ahead with that.
You know, so after the ADR, the man, he doesn't want me to mention his name, Mr. Neti, gave me the scholarship.
Okay.
So when I started the classes, and they started teaching us how to write contracts, you know, the interstate succession law and things. When I started reading my notes, you know, my wife had already done a first degree in law. Right. That she didn't want to continue. Right. So when I started reading my notes, she became jealous. She said, "Oh, wow, interesting." And they started introducing us to how to deal with conflicts, internal conflict at home, regional conflicts. You know, people in the north are fighting over this, and we simply foolishly say, they are fighting over a confirm, and then we leave it there. But it's much deeper. You know, so when I started reading, she said, "What are you reading?" And some of the technical things I found it difficult. I told her about it, and then she said, "This is interesting." And I had also become a bit more congenial at home learning ADR, because the way we used to fight was different. So she said, "I'm interested," and I said, "Why not?" And then she paid her school fees. So I had already gone for 2 weeks in the class, so they are not closed. She paid her school fees and came to graduate and get a higher marks than me.
So how long is the program?
It's a 6 months program.
6 months program.
Yes,
and
it's a 6 months.
Where does one go to, you know?
So the school is IPLS, Institute of Professional Legal, yes, paralegal, you know, studies.
Yeah.
You know, so if you want, I can leave a telephone number.
Okay.
You know, but it's a beautiful experience if you do ADR, and the opportunities are endless. So now that I've done the local one, I can do another 7 months course and do something that we call the New York Convention, which will make me an international ADR practitioner. So oil and gas, people are fighting. We set up a United Nations.
Wow,
refugees.
So please, for any administrative issues, call me on 026.
The Ghana entertainment industry itself needs
that's what I'm saying. So
our 2 brothers need the ADR.
So Mr. Neti,
one especially.
Mr. Neti's vision was for me to get the ADR course for free, so that we set up a small ADR room for arts, creative arts and culture at the court, so that I will do the mediation and the arbitration, and the people can trust, you know. So that is the reason. But since I've been done, I have boxer shorts to sell.
So will a trending issue like that of, you know, the leaking videos and all trending with, you know, 2 media personality, well, a media personality, and would that be something that ADR can
completely?
The court wouldn't have to waste its time trying to. The ADR can just sort that out.
Yes.
But wouldn't that also be if they wanted to come through ADR?
So there are 2 ways. There's a court-appointed ADR. So you take, like what happened to me. You take your issue to court, and they say Munko ADR. Now, in fact, almost everything which is not a crime or which is not got to do with divorce or high treason, they will tell you to go to ADR for at least a month or 2.
Okay.
So that they can decongest the court. So all these land litigation issues are all going to ADR, and Ghana is increasingly becoming interested in ADR. You know, so all these things. So you can either do a court-appointed ADR, or when I set up my office, which will be very soon. You know, then all these things can come to me, and then the ADR process doesn't allow you to charge too much because it's not. it's not fixated on profits and loss.
We are sorry we haven't spoken about the music yet.
It's all right.
When you come, there's so much
Yes.
the wealth of knowledge that we need to pick from you. So this has resolved the issue between you and Ambule.
Yes.
But has it? Is it? And I want to find out the post results of ADR. Has it left friendship? Has it left communication, or there is still tension?
No, after ADR, there's no tension.
Okay.
Because the whole process of mediation is to reset the relationship that existed before the problem.
Okay.
Before the conflict, So every time I met Ambule about a week ago at a vegan program. We're both performing at Ifo Sutherland Park 2 weeks ago there, Sankofa, and then we hugged. Every time I've met him about 10 times. I even have videos of me and him having an amazing conversation. I even sent it to Esquire. Letty, yes, to the man that he was so happy. Yes.
Wow.
I don't think
this is something that the creative arts really
Why do you
needs.
know about ADR? I'm sure.
I mean, that's the first time I'm also hearing.
Yeah, that's the first. Because some of these entertainment, conflicts and entertainment beefs we see. I'm
a lot can be resolved through this.
Yeah, a lot can be resolved through.
So now, how do you even get time to do the music? Now let's come to the music now. How? What inspirations are you picking up, or what inspiration did you pick up to do this new one?
To do this new one, I think it's the Asaka boys. I like what they are doing. It's very different. It's the same high life, hip life fusion, hip life sound, but it feels very unconventional. So what they are doing is so interesting, and it's like a proper improvement and continuation of what we did. That I let it inspire me. That's why lately all the 2 songs I've done has it has that Asaka, hip life fusion. So I think they are the ones who are inspiring me. I've actually recorded an album. I'm working on the second album. I get the time to do it.
Okay.
I have a personal policy to pick my children up every day from school if I can.
Right. Okay.
So I go to work. I drop them in the morning, do 2 hours of gym, go and look for money. 4 o'clock, pick them, take them home, and then go to the studio. That is how I get the time to do the music.
Is it every single day? You go to the studio every single day?
Yeah, now especially, yes. When I'm recording, especially now that I'm recording a second album currently, I'm going to the studio every single day.
Wow. So, okay, yes. So song title for this new one is
Sika.
Sika.
Yes.
Sika. I haven't heard it yet.
No, the one with Kinata.
Yeah,
with Kinata.
Yeah, the Paluta one is what is still resonating in my spirit.
I think it's fresh. That was released in February, right? The one with Kinata. Was it in February or in March?
I think it's about a month ago. It's in March. It's in March. Yes, it's in March. It's doing
I think with Okyeame Kwame, I've noticed that in these seasons or in these times where it's been a Gen Z takeover, your songs seem to have like a slow poison. I noticed this with the Made in Ghana album and the Made in Ghana song. In March.
Slow poison. In
March. I remember when Okyeame Kwame dropped Made in Ghana, I knew he went on like a serious promotional run, letting people know that this album is for Ghana, it's for tourism and blah, blah, blah. I don't think people were listening.
They didn't.
Then, years down the line, or it's like 2 years now,
It's been 5 years.
5 years.
Yes. 2019, and the song is now much
the song,
bigger.
every March, the diaspora ladies and the diaspora gentlemen.
If you are doing a radio event in March,
and you have
to use it.
I made in Ghana. How does that make you feel though? Because I'm like, I know you do timeless music. You've been doing timeless music, but looking at the time you dropped that project and where the world was facing, where everybody was looking at, and I'm sure, like I said, the promotion that you went on and everything, and it wasn't.
I did a whole 3-year campaign.
Yeah,
3 years. Made in Ghana.
So there's no music video to Made in Ghana.
No.
No.
I did a video. I shot a nice video.
Like a visualizer.
I did a proper video with Kiddy and everything. And then we lost the
data.
We lost the files. The files got corrupted. So I said, okay, let other people put their images to it. But I still have some.
Right.
I still have some that at the right time I will try myself. Even yesterday my video guy was telling me, oh, let's go to the north and shoot things and put it together.
Oh man!
But I think that let people also interpret
however
visuals they want.
But how does that
song.
make you feel though? Dropping this project 5 years ago, and now every year, like you are now like the Mariah Carey of March.
Yes.
Every March.
It feels good.
When it's Ghana month.
It's the newest since after Itimensa's song. There's no other song.
Legacy is.
Yeah, after Itimensa's song, there's no other Ghana, land of freedom, after those songs.
Everybody
unless
using it in their adverts, in their radio ads, and that. Are you actually getting money from this?
Oh, so let me be honest. So last month, I did 2 performances at the Flagstaff House.
Okay.
Because every time someone visits Ghana, and they need an artist to give them a taste of Ghana, I'm the one they call.
Positioning.
Exactly.
Wait.
Just last week I did another one.
Don't you think that it's also probably because of some political affiliations, or do you think that beyond this particular government, right, regardless of any government that comes into power, you will still be called in to perform if anyone comes?
Completely. You wait and see. Complete. No, every brand position has one enemy, which is time. Whatever it is that you are doing, you are saying, whatever you are writing about yourself, paying people to say, paying people to write, this enemy is time. So at the right time, people will realize that this Ghana journey that I'm on is not for a particular political party. It is for Ghana. That's why when I was invited to be a member of the Baumier's creative art, I respectfully declined because it is about Ghana.
That would have been limiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would have immediately gotten me to be a part of one side. I know where I vote. It's in my heart. But I'm telling you that this Made in Ghana campaign that I'm on is a lifetime agenda. And it is even more important to answer your question, how do I feel? I feel that I need to get more young people. Maybe do a remix with Sika, Kwame, Eugene, so that and give them the opportunity to also do their versions of it. So in March, it's not just Okyeame Kwame. In March, everyone, so that every year at least somebody should do 2 things that I think artists should create music about consistently: a Mother's Day song and a national song.
Free hack.
I think that every artist that wants to be relevant should make a national song, and it will last you forever.
Yeah.
And then make a Mother's Day song, it will last you forever. Every Mother's Day you make money.
High life.
That's a free hack.
Or maybe hip life.
Game.
Yeah, you have to play hip life for high life.
Yeah,
you have to be local so that the masses can.
Sometimes a blaster song.
Sometimes.
That's one day. Sometimes. It's not as potent
that
as
one,
the
when they go and so Sika is out now.
Yes.
Does it form part of an album you're working on, or okay?
Yes. So it's part of that one, and even the Kimpaluta one. They are all part of the EP that I was supposed to drop.
Okay.
I was supposed to drop this month.
Yeah.
Okay.
But half of the songs got bent.
Oh.
That beat god. Who works at Kodwentri's studio had 2 studios, one in his bedroom, one in his studio, and the whole studio got bent down with all the files and everything. So we are now setting up the studio again to do the rest of the songs. So I need to do 4, so that's why I say I have to go to the studio every day, so that maybe next month I'll be able to release it. The EP was called Love and Hustle. So 3 songs about love, 3 songs about hustle.
Are we going to see a more rappy Okyeame Kwame or more singing Okyeame Kwame? Because now you're talking about love and
on that particular EP, it features Mr. Drew. Even though I know how to sing small, I think that my talent Ankasa is with rap and poetry. I don't think I know. So when I'm doing a song and Mr. Drew is there, I don't want to sing the chorus.
Right.
I want to call a much sweeter voice.
If you and Obrafo had a rap face off today, who would carry the day?
I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know what he's doing right now. Whether he's hitting the rap gym, he's still, hitting the gym every morning, writing. So I don't know who carried it. But I know that I will not carry
last. There's a video I
last.
saw on the internet. It often pops up, once in the blue moon. It will pop up every year, where you and Obrafo were having like a back
Yeah,
and
yes,
forth.
yes,
You guys
yes.
were just
that video pops up all the time.
I remember.
And I'm just like, okay, in today's world, what would it be like between Okyeame Kwame and Obrafo? Like,
But I don't know how it will be, but I know that when Obrafo and I are to rap against each other, I know that none of us will say your mother. None of us will go into this and each other's wives. None of us will bring our children in. It will be about art. It will be about skill. It will be about proficiency.
Classic beef.
Yes, it will not be about. You know, there's a difference between a diss and a beef.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
You know,
okay.
You know,
Tell me this.
there are three of them. There's the battle, this beef. Battle is when we are going off
Sparring.
Yes, sparring.
Yeah.
And this is when I've done a song against you, like Obrafo did against me.
Right.
And the beef is when we are both angry at each other and our mothers are not safe.
So in the days of killing the game,
Yes.
that was a diss
To me.
to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes,
then
yes.
you also responded.
No,
You didn't respond.
If you
I
responded,
can't do
it'll
that.
become a beef.
Yes. I didn't respond.
Okay, so
it's
that's how
was
it
a
works.
diss. Yes.
If you don't respond, it's
Then
a diss.
But if you respond, then it's a beef.
So what do you think about the J. Cole thing?
Which the one that
Cole and
he did,
Kendrick
my
Lamar.
son has been fighting with me every day on my position.
What's
Be-
your position?
My son is actually, his heart is broken that
J.
J.
Cole
Cole has apologized.
apologized.
But I am telling my son that character is not the way, it's not dependent on how you react, but it's how you respond. So if you say that you are a nice person, you are woke, you are an enlightened being like J. Cole, and you react negatively to now insult your friend.
Your
brother.
against your own.
And character is coming back to say, hey, I'm sorry. Even though you have dissed me, I am not that type and I shouldn't have done this. So I have respected J. Cole a bit more.
So how
For-
does
Cyril tweeted about that
Yes, that is
yesterday,
character.
right?
No, but
That-
hip-hop-
that's beautiful. But my son's heart
the
is
art
broken.
of hip hop, at least I'm not a hip hop person, but what we've seen is hip hop shouldn't allow someone of his caliber to come and apologize.
Why?
You should charge it to the game.
Because
or we are changing the rules
Well,
of
guess
hip-hop
what?
now.
Nas is now back signed to Jay-Z. So
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if
Jay-Z's character was at play. Right? He
has no
waited
benefit.
years to sign him.
Thank you. That's a simple quote.
so. This is just a conversation about character. J. Cole is teaching us about character.
Yes, and what he's done is so beautiful, and it is going to extend his brand because nobody likes. We won't wake up in the morning, even though we like the beef and things. We also like the beauty of congenial relationship between people, right?
Right.
So I even think that 50 years into hip hop, the diss and the beef should go away
Okay.
because it is this very vile attitude of Africans that keeps us where we are. What type of art is one that you sit down for one whole night, write a song to insult another person, to derail that person, to destroy their
do the
brand?
verse again.
Exactly.
And back him.
What is that?
You will never succeed. See.
And your guy, whether it's in America, in Ghana, and your guy, I think that 50 years, come on.
Fun fact, every time I wrote battle rap, I have to psych myself up to deliver it because I feel bad.
When you say they were
Yeah, like I go feel write something way. When I can't stand I'm gonna go kill myself. So I forgive myself. Say, Charlie, Jeffrey, today I'm not gonna see you. It's crazy. I mean, it's part of the culture, but it's also an anchor to the culture. It served a purpose.
Yeah.
Back when nobody knew who rappers were, right? Two guys battling were showing their skills and drawing an audience. So Tupac and Biggie, rap was not front center. So it gave both of them spotlight. Jay-Z and Nas, it gave both of them spotlight. There's an era, but when you are big, when you are J. Cole, and you have your own universe, and you have Kendrick, and you have your own universe,
There's no need.
There's no need.
It becomes entertainment.
it's like you buy beans, they give you Gary free, then you buy extra Gary.
I mean, it's of no need. Yeah, it reaches a certain point where I mean, you ask yourself that this is going against the
brand,
morals and the
your
values that you put
character,
out there
yeah.
to people. And J. Cole is a very well respected artist, so you might as well just.
And I'm telling you, whenever two rappers are beefing now, and currently I'm working on a piece, something concept for the elections, and whenever I go to UN, I go to any office I go to, before we get to talk about why I'm there, I'll have to find a way to deconstruct the manager's mind that the beefs is not, because they are afraid.
Yeah.
So as an artist, you are a microcosm of the whole industry, which is the macro. And anything that happens to the big circle also happens to you. You know, so if artists are insulting each other, say, hey, more rapper for the idea, I hear your relationship, you know, so it affects everybody. It's not good for business. Why are you laughing?
I mean, you might tell you,
yeah.
you want to go to my from Sika, mommy.
Yeah, but it's possible.
Yeah, the river. I know. That's what people think.
Yeah.
People are afraid, though. People are afraid to deal with us because of this thing. So the Americans are this thing came from your mama jokes.
Yeah.
Your mama this, your mama that. We don't have that here. We respect our mothers.
But I wanted to
Our time is up. Yeah.
I just wanted to do a quick one, right? Ask Okyeame about, you know, staying relevant and the intentionality on choosing people to, you know, do, you know, a song with, because we've seen you and Kwame Eugene, which is a relatively newer generation. We've seen you and Kim Paluta, because Kim Paluta has been in the industry for over a decade, but is only now gaining traction, you know, in recent times. Then we've seen, you know, Kofi Kinata as well. You've mentioned that you want to have Asaka Boys as well. You want to have Mr. Jew as well, and all of that. The intentionality, because having come across generations and come from the time you have come, you know, it's not that easy to reach out to the newer generation to say that I want to collaborate with you on a song. But yeah, you take us through, you know, all of that, the thought process.
So for example, I have a great relationship with most musicians. Kenata, like that, he is my neighbor. So when Kenata visits me on Sundays, we eat jollof together. He wants to be vegetarian, he wants to be vegan, so he comes to talk to me about it. Kenata is always worrying me about marriage. It's afraid, how can I become a good husband? How do I, you know, he wants to take that bold step, and I'm his neighbor, and we are both in the same industry. So I'm the one that he comes to worry. Yeah. So we have an amazing relationship. Yeah. So the feature came out of that relationship. For example, Kwame Eugene as well. You know, when Kwame Eugene was coming, before he even became a big artist, you know, I work with Links. So we were the ones mentoring, well, it's a part of the whole mentoring process. But beyond that emotional side, there is the business side as well. The average age of Ghanaians is youth driven. And I think between 18 to 27 or something like that. It's like 57% of the whole country. And as people grow and they are going to chalk 50 like me, they also grow from listening to more rap music, and I want to listen to Amachi Dede and Daddy Lumba because that is what fits their Kente style. You know, so it is important for me to find a way to onboard young people, and the easiest way is to beg these young people to let me use their audience more.
Exactly.
You know, so, and I also give them something. I give them my affiliation with them gives credibility. It gives, you know, something that I have that usually young people don't have, and in exchange I also get to tap into their constituency.
You know, it just hits me.
Okay, your last question.
Were you on a Links label?
No, but we were One Mic Entertainment and Links and OM Music. We worked all together as a tripartite community. So all of us were under Abraham Ohinijan's management. Links, One Mic, we were all under Abraham Ohinijan's management.
Okay.
You know, so
just a quick one. Your time is out. Have you thought of managing an artist or having a label? One Mic opening up to?
I have. I used to have artists. Kofi B.
Oh, Kofi
was once a One Mic Entertainment artist. Dilute, Tattoo, Morris Babyface. It was One Mic that did If You Hate Me and I Don't Even Know. Shame on you. I co-wrote that song and produced it, the whole album. You know, and even Ben Bracon, we're managing Ben Bracon at a point. We had a traditional troupe that One Mic was managing. But at a point, you know me, I'm an artist. I can't hold an artist's bag. You know, when Hammer started working with Edem, Edem used to hold Hammer's bag. But when Edem became big, Hammer held his bag so that he would look good. As an artist, I can't be doing that. So I need management, Abuakese, my wife, Aaron, and people in the team to want to. At a point, musicians broke their hearts. Some musicians broke their heart so much that they say they won't do
it again.
You know,
Hey, this tag on artist. This tag on artist.
That's what happened.
Well, anyways, we're dropping the visualizer to please remind me again to Sika. Yes, we are dropping the visualizer to Sika for audience to check it out right now. It's brand new music from Okyeame Kwame, and it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. There's another cover that you should have been part of, but we'll find a date because that one there we're talking about KPIs of artist managers, but we'll save that conversation for another day and have it with you. There's a lot to discuss in there because it looks like Abubakar is saying they have washed their hands, and so many of us are following suit or have followed suit. That water that we are washing our hands inside.
It's one water.
One water. All of us, you can't wash your hands inside. Plenty artist managers have decided to just walk away from that business of managing artists. Crazy. Question is why? Okyeame Kwame, we will definitely invite you on that conversation. Thank you so much. Sika is out. Check out the visualizer. We are back again next week, but tonight we are at Alajo.
Alajo.
6 p.m.
Alajo. T Junction. Alajo. Ala to the J.
Yes, sir.